Look, so one thing that Franco and I we seem to not agree on is the fact that, or let's not say fact, right? Because this would contradict what I'm about to say. The idea that politics is subjective. You know what I mean? I say this all the time that politics is subjective, but Franco, you tend to tell me that well, I don't know if you say it's not, but you seem in your rebuttals to me saying that like you disagree with that. Would you disagree or agree with the idea that politics is subjective?
No, the thing about it is like not the way people perceive politics for the most part is subjective, but if we look at politics through an objective lens, if we look at it in a third person point of view, like if you imagine yourself being this like entity that's just like observing humans and just watches everything without judgment, you people will start to agree with each other on a lot more issues than they think. The more objective that you try to be, the more that you will unite with people and find agreements with them. But if you are manipulated and controlled by your biases that you don't notice, your the biases that you're unaware of, we're gonna keep having this divide in this country, and a lot of people need to start waking up to that. Otherwise, we're not going to get a government that's truly representative of the people, and it might be too late with the destruction of either nuclear warfare or climate change.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely read Management of Savagery that Mona Carmona pointed out to. The very first people I interviewed for HMO was Medea Benjamin and Anya Parampil. Anya Parampil is Max Blumenthal's newly wedded wife,
Oh,
and I had the pleasure of meeting Max Blumenthal and Anya Parampil in January when I went to a protest in DC, and Max Blumenthal signed my book, The Management of Savagery, that he
Oh,
wrote.
you actually seen him there?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
I didn't get the chance to interview him though, but I interviewed Anya.
Yeah, see that? I remember that. I remember that. Nice. Nice. Yeah, man. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole no, but so what we were saying, like, do you see why I say that though? Like why I say that politics is subjective or that it can be very subjective like a lot of
Yeah,
times?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like people are very stuck by looking at it subjectively, but we need to start looking at it more objectively.
Because there's always going to be like there's going to be arguments that are more catered towards one side all the time, like you know what I mean, like there's things that we want to believe, there's things that are proof fact, you know what I mean, and then there's other things we don't want to believe, and I feel like the factual part of it is missing, you know what I mean, a lot of the times where it's like for neither side, like let's say if there's one person saying one thing, another person saying another thing, and there's like one fact to back it up. Like it's gonna be both sides fighting for that one fact along with a bunch of different personal biases. You know what I mean? Like as
Yeah,
this
they're holding on to something that they want to be true rather than seeing things for how they are.
exactly, exactly. It happens on both sides of any type of debate, conversation, you know, viewpoints, stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I mean, maybe you know somewhere along the line we'll be blessed, maybe it'll be some maybe it'll be Hear Me Out podcast, we'll be the ones to break the mold with more groundbreaking facts, but you know what I mean,
Hey
nowadays
man, that's the goal here because you guys are great analysts when it comes to sports and pop culture, and I came on to help open people's eyes about politics and try to be a gateway for them into finding out more truths about what's happening in our politics. And one of those truths is that both parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, are bought out by the same people. They serve the same people because they receive more money from the corporations and from the lobbyists, that's who they're going to serve first. That's their priority. They're number one, and then the people are number two. We're a distant second.
yeah.
Um, and it's really sad. And I mean, we had all these warmongers on Trump's cabinet. They were all disgusting people. Trump is a disgusting person, and now we have Joe Biden, who played a key role in creating the system that we have. that led to the anger of many people voting for Donald Trump in 2016. He's now most likely going to be our president, and he's installing people who are just as disgusting as the last administration, and probably even more dangerous because they present themselves as these like really nice people, but they're still in it for imperialism. They're still in it for war. They're still in it for serving the corporations, which are going to oppress us, the working class people, and people that look like us in other countries who are also working class people.
Politics always attracts the worst people.
Or it changes them.
Or it changes them.
You either live long enough to die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I think it's hard these days to find, like a good a good objective, I mean, anything, like fucking when we talk sports, when we talk pop culture, we talk anything. It's hard these days to find, like solid objective stances on it, but politics more than anything, because there's a lot of ways you can all right, you have this fact, I'm gonna discredit it with this, or you have that, or I'm gonna back it up with this, and it could really go either way, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you just have to look at who is presenting the most amount of information.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you can say, oh, like Biden's cabinet is better than Trump's cabinet. That would be something subjective to say, but objectively, the best thing to say is that they're serving the same people. A lot of them have the same goals. Like, that's an objective thing to say.
Yeah, I mean, see that, and I agree with that. All these politicians got the same exact thing in mind, and that is protect the businesses and protect their own asses before the American people. I agree with that 100%. It's all. What do you say?
I think that was an echo, bro.
Oh shit, was that my own echo?
I think you're hearing yourself from my computer.
Oh, no. All right, so yeah, I agree. Dude, we are not, the American people are not the first priority of any politician. Not Joe Biden, not Trump, not Kanye West. Nobody.
Kanye West. All right, look, here's the thing about Kanye West and Donald Trump, though. They weren't in the political game to begin with.
Yeah, no.
So what they were celebrities first and foremost.
Yeah.
So they're in it to serve themselves. These other politicians are in it to serve their donors.
Mm-hmm. So now
the establishment.
Now that Trump has been there and done that, right? Are we going to see more people that come from non-political backgrounds running for presidency, running to be the president and winning and actually being the president? Do you guys see something like a situation like that happening again in the future?
What do you think, Brooks?
I think so. I mean, you already saw with Kanye West, right? He saw Donald Trump coming. He's like, oh, this guy's a freaking idiot, and I'm a musical genius. I might as well try to go win. I'm just a celebrity as he is. And he got what, like 60,000 votes or something like that. He's probably got a big enough ego to think, if I run in 2020 or 2024, I can definitely beat Trump, or I can definitely beat whoever's in the Republican nominee, right?
Right.
And that's and you could say the same for like The Rock said he might run in 2020 or like 2024. And the dude's like one of the biggest wrestlers ever, one of the biggest movie stars ever. He can definitely do something. Like, yeah, actors, Hollywood people, Twitter celeb. I could see like a Twitter celeb thinking he or she could run for presidency. Like,
how far will they make it though?
That's the
thing is, like, Donald Trump understands the system better than Kanye West. I don't think Kanye West could have made it that far because the powerful people that actually run the country, like our intelligence community and the lobbyists, they want somebody who's competent. And that's why I've been saying that they prefer Joe Biden, because he is the more competent actor than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is an idiot. He would easily expose the truths about what our country is actually doing. I've reported, and I think I told you guys about how he was like honest with people about how we were like taking oil from Syria and how we were securing the oil. No,
Yeah, he said
George
that.
Bush and like Obama would never say that.
Yeah, he
They'd
said.
never say that.
I remember that.
They would create a good enough excuse for why we go into all these
Pence is a
countries.
better actor than Donald Trump, man. Mike Pence
Huh?
knows how to do the whole political gig. He knows how to talk and
Yeah,
how
but
to-
he lacks charisma though, so he's less likely to win an election.
do
Which is why
all
Kanye
that
West was such a
charisma.
big
They're
candidate.
fucking like 80 years old. They're like 85 goddamn years old, man. Like they're too old. Let's have
Ona Carmona said at least Kanye West isn't a war criminal.
Yeah, but I feel like he's the type of person that would listen to what the
He would listen to
sort
them,
of-
yeah.
what the party would say, and then be like, "All right, let's go do that. Fuck it, let's go bomb."
He would be like, they know what they're doing, and I'm just gonna do it.